If it's a pattern, then repeat and repeat after me. Life and death and love and birth and life and death and love and birth.
And you sing me, fa, mi, ti, la.
And these and more on the planet Earth.
Hello. Welcome. Put up your feet. Grab a nice, piping hot mug of your favorite beverage. I do like some eggnog this time of year. I know it can be a little controversial. But whatever it is that you prefer, as you join me on a Friday Corn Stream.
What's up? Let's see. What's up? Welcome, one and all, to this wondrous Black Friday music stream. I was like, the other week I was like, maybe I'll just stream on Thursday, but it was a little hectic over here, trying to find a time where I could make my cookies. And even then, I only made like maybe 2/3 of the batter, or the dough, I should say, because usually I let it rest at least a day. And after trying it, I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna let some sit in the fridge because it'll turn out a lot better. Always, when you're working with, I feel like when you're working with dough, time is just always better, letting things sit. But yeah, I had a little bubble appropriate Thanksgiving. Lots of different food, some drinks, some good times. And now here we are today. I should have linked the description of at least the YouTube one. I'm gonna do that right now. An article about the so yeah, it's Black Friday, as we all know. Oh, I just realized you guys can see my screen, all the stuff I'm doing, to see me messing around on Twitter. Let's see, let me find it. I'll throw it up in the description. Or yeah, the Vice article about another strike from Amazon workers in 15 countries today, this Black Friday, our big retailers Christmas, where these stores make a lot of money, and workers on their normal conditions have to deal with some crazy shoppers. But this is like the start of the holiday shopping season, But for that reason, and obviously because of pandemic, I'm encouraging people to stay at home and keep their wallets closed for the time being. If you haven't done your Christmas holiday shopping yet, if you even are able to, I'm going to try to do a little bit, see what I can do to give people. Obviously, this always ends up happening where I plan on working on something. So it's like, I can't make things for people or do stuff like that because I don't have time. Or I can't buy a bunch of stuff for people, even though people get stuff for me, like friends and family. So we'll see what happens this year. At least for today, I'm thinking this weekend, I'm gonna avoid. I've been queuing up some stuff for stuff that I want to get next year, and maybe some stuff I'd want to get soon for some people, and maybe some myself or whatever. But as for this weekend, I'm gonna hold off in general. At least, particularly for Amazon, maybe just in general. I might, because with the pandemic, you've seen the numbers of how online shopping has been going through the roof, and obviously USPS has been strained. We have a postmaster general who doesn't want that service to exist, basically. Different delivery workers, people who work in fulfillment, warehouses and packaging, all that stuff. It's a lot of work, not necessarily safe. We know about Amazon's conditions for their workers, how terrible they can be. We've heard all the horror stories of people getting injured and trying to rush to meet quotas or whatever, get everything out, or not being able to go to the bathroom and things like that. So anytime that these people, these workers, are able to collectively come together and try and leverage something against these big companies that are profiting heavily while everyone else is kind of miserable. We talked about on some of the other streams how the increased wealth of billionaires during the pandemic has been just in stark contrast to the loss of wealth and among other things in so many other demographics. So any amount of solidarity and whatever these workers are asking, if they're asking you to boycott during their strike, absolutely, you can wait a week, help them get their demands met. I think it's very crucial to do things like that. Speaking of shopping, I've been looking at car stuff. I'm trying to look at what kind of tools I need. I've never been like a really handy kind of guy, like a super DIY with a lot of this stuff, but I really want to learn how to do as much as I can for myself with my car. So I'm like, I gotta get a ratchet, I gotta get a jack, maybe I'll get some ramps for to do some work in my car, different kinds of tools and whatnot. So right now I'm just looking, kind of getting a feel for prices. Maybe I'll map it all out, what I'll need when. And I'm not planning on buying any of this stuff right now, just because the first thing I can imagine doing on my car is probably just a engine oil change, which I probably won't do for a few months, so I don't need any of this yet. The only thing I'm thinking about is as we go into next year, if we don't get any specific relief early on in the year, I know it's going to be a little ugly for me. I'm pretty sure it'll be ugly for a lot of other people as well. If that's the case, I know it's pretty dire right now. I don't know if people are just kind of holding out until the administrations change over, and then maybe we'll get some sort of relief. We'll see. But anyway, for now we're talking Christmas. Last week I started a little bit. I told you guys what I was going to work on, what my goal was. So this week I was supposed to do all the brainstorming and kind of like initial writing, and I don't generally do, like, if I'm arranging something for other people to play, I will write everything out for the most part. If I know I'm doing everything, I will hardly ever write anything more than just, notes in Notepad. But I want to be a little bit more, I want to make it easier on myself by writing more of the stuff out, so that I don't have to just do it all in Cubase. I can kind of have an idea. Even this right now, this stuff that I did last week, which I changed a little bit. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. It's not gonna be like this literal of a rhythm. It's gonna be a little bit more spacey. You can see I've added some more elements, at least what I'm gonna write in MuseScore. There's gonna be more maybe keys, guitar, drums, and other elements that I'm just going to figure out in the DAW instead of in MuseScore. But I think it'll be helpful for me to see it this way, especially harmonies. Kind of figure out what I want to do in terms of like the colors and the harmonies, and a lot of that I like to keep it. If you're just working with bass and melody instruments like a voice or a trumpet, which generally only play one note at a time, you can play a little fast and loose with harmony. You don't have to do the same chords all the time, and that's generally how I've always done it. I just do it all by ear, which I kind of do here. But when I see the music, I can kind of like use my little bit of theory knowledge to sort of help direct me. But for most of the time, I just kind of layer things by ear, and doing it like this, where it's not like I'm going to this chord to this chord to this chord, where I'm just kind of following each line melodically. It's I think it opens up for me to have a lot more interesting harmony. So that's why I tend to do it that way. Also, just because my theory is bad, I don't have to think about it as much. I can just kind of follow my ear, you know. But yeah. So I was supposed to spend most of this week just kind of figuring more of this out and laying more of the groundwork, but I didn't have a ton of inspiration, and I was spending all week looking at car stuff and trying to learn stuff about cars. But I've tried to think about it like in the shower and little things like that, and so I took a few more notes than what I had last time. So maybe I'll talk through that in a second. Yeah, why don't we just do a general talk through, because this is gonna end up changing, and I'm gonna try to do another update next week on a stream. If it's a Thursday stream, I don't think anything else is coming up. I don't know, but whoops, what did I just do? Everything good. Close that. Close that. Close that. What is happening with? Oh. Let me just do this. Yeah, I'll just run through my general idea for roadmap. So I guess in my head, I think I'm the most inspired by the Nat King Cole version of this song, the Christmas song. I just listened to a couple right before the stream just to get my head around it, because I don't like, I especially when I have an idea to do an arrangement or a cover or something like that, I actually don't like listening to the original too closely. I like to let my mind wander through the song as I understand it and kind of get inspired to just try different things with it. And then maybe after the fact or towards the end, I'll go back and try to find any little details that I like. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but there's this little lick in the Nat King Cole version. It's like, oh, whoops. Woo, boo, boo, boo. After, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Woo, boo, boo, boo. It's like really, it feels like sort of like a more modern, like, when I say more modern, I mean like maybe like in the 80s versus like mid-century kind of R&B kind of lick, which is pretty cool. And then there's that like little jingle bell riff at the end, which I don't think every version does, that I definitely want to use. I definitely had in mind to use that when I thought about doing this last year. Again, I specifically avoided listening to Jacob Collier because I think it'd be very easy for me to lean towards some of the techniques that he uses, and I don't want to be accused of, just biting or anything like that. At least not something so recent. So, we start with that intro with the trumpet chords. So, you can listen to them right now. And then those will kind of ring out. And then boom, boom, What note is that? Bum. Mm. Mm. 2, 4. Bum. Bum. I'll make this half note. Whoops. B flat, because we are in E flat, right? So B flat to E flat. Boom, boom. Right? Oh, that's below the... I might down tune my bass guitar a little bit so I can at least hit that note. I want it to sound a little more like a double bass, but I don't have a double bass. I have an electric bass. Actually, I might need to order new strings. I wonder if those will come in time for me to record if I order them soonish. I may have to do that or go to a Guitar Center or something like that. We'll see. So, boom, boom. The sky's roasted on an open fire. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So for this like first half, I'm considering it like first verse. It's A B A or A B A, whatever you want to think. But I'm changing up the form. So let me just show you what I'm thinking for the form. So I'm considering let's say intro, which is the trumpet thing, and then I'll do A1, A2. I'll split up like this. Normally I would think A2 would be like the second verse, but I think just for this, I'm gonna consider like the first half of the verse and the second half of the verse instead of doing AA, because it is kind of different. A1, A2, and then I'm actually going to usually the tune goes if I'm using my notation, it goes intro, A1, A2, bridge, and then A1 and A2 again, and then bridge, and then A1, A2, outro, something like that, where you go this first verse, then the bridge, then the second verse, first verse, intro, first verse, bridge, second verse, and then the bridge is the second. The bridge again is like an instrumental solo, and then you repeat the second verse, and then you have the outro. But what I want to do is intro, first verse, and then I actually want to go around to the first verse again, but I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, instrumental solo. So I'm going to do solo on the A section, not the B section. Put I for instrumental, A2, and then bridge, and then I'll just say like A3 and A4, why not? And then outro. So slightly shorter form when you look at it. The bridge only happens once. I like doing stuff like that. I like not repeating, I guess. I like something that feels like a, like a chorus, like your favorite chorus or hook of a song. It repeats over and over again, and that's the only part of the song you remember. I like making that part of the song be really impactful and really satisfying, but only having it happen once. Although this part is not going to be the climax, it's going to be this part right here. And I'll get to what my plan is for that. So what I want to do, the intro with the trumpets, and then the pickup, bing, I'm thinking the first half of the verse, I have here bass, drums, and vocals with minimalist 16th swing bounce. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Arrows nipping at your nose. Maybe. I don't know how it's gonna sound in the box. I feel like it would sound okay live. But I don't know if that would sound good in your speakers, unless I have really wet cymbals, maybe, which I'd have to take my drums out and try and get them to sound nice, which I haven't really touched drums in a while, and I'd have to move a lot of stuff around in order to just even fit it in my room right now. That's I'm thinking. And then second half of the first verse, we got everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe. Have it open up and then have a sort of thing where it feels like the full band comes in. So being sung by a choir, folks just up like Eskimos. Everybody knows. Boom, 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 boom. Something with the trumpets coming in and maybe some guitar playing some chords. Maybe some backing vocals. Just kind of get it to fill up a little bit in that second half. To make the season bright, tiny tots eyes all look low, find it hard to sleep tonight. And then normally it would go, they know that Santa's on his way. But instead of doing the chords going into the bridge, I'm going to do a sort of turnaround to go back to the top of the verse, the A section. And then I don't know what kind of solo I'll have, what kind of instrumental thing for that section. And then it'll sort of melt into the bridge where it kind of changes, the feel changes a lot, and it kind of maybe introduce an RH Factor kind of thing, probably going to sound Colliery, yeah, where there's maybe more electronic elements like in the drums, i.e. drums and whatnot. And then I remembered my idea from last year, which would have this final hit. And so I'm offering the simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92, to have a big band kind of hit. Boo-wee da 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 boo-wee-dee-dee-dee-dee, and have this be instrumental instead of singing it. Make it feel like a big, large jazz orchestra or something like that. I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly. I have some idea, but. And then ending out, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to with a really tight chord. I know I want that. And then again, another idea I had last year. On the last U, instead of just going to you, it would be to you, or something like that. All harmonized, maybe even some weird drum fill going with it, and the Jingle Bells outro, Jingle Bell riff on out. So there's my whole thing. Don't steal my idea. It's mine. You can't steal it. I have evidence. I'm streaming it. Everyone saw. If you steal my idea, I'll find you. But maybe if you do it, then I won't have to. So I guess do whatever you're gonna do. That's the idea. I spent this part of the stream just explaining it, just to kill time, because I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna get done today. Maybe I'll just lay some more groundwork. I can start with just doing the melody. Boo, do. So they'll come in on beat 2, right? do. Right? Oh, it's gonna be 8 notes total. One. So it always comes down to 2, I think. Whoops. I'm gonna do. Whoops. Oh. Oh. So it's gonna be. I'm not gonna do the exact rhythm I'm gonna do. I'm just writing out the melody so I can hear it in the in MuseScore and the MIDI playback, so I can decide what I want to do with the other parts. Do 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 do. Such a simple melody, but it works, right? One da da dum. Come on. Da, 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 da. Is that right? Oh wait, that's not right. I can never remember how exactly. And folks dressed up like Eskimos, something like that. Come on. Dot that shit. Nope. Something like that. Two, three. I think that's what I want to do. Cause everybody knows, or everybody knows, everybody knows. I'll just do that. 3. No, that's starting the 5, right? Okay, let's start with that. So we have. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Like 2 5-y stuff. A boom 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 boom. some like really classic sounding turnaround stuff, maybe. I like doing by rote because I don't have to think as much. This is to save me a headache in the future, like writing all out like this, like I said, but it's like, what about the headache right now? How do I save myself a headache in the future and a headache right now? I guess the only way is to go back into the past and figure this stuff out. I'm also really, I'm like hunching over to reach my microphone. So, let's see. Let me try. Actually, I don't think I want. I want it minimal. I don't want too active. I don't want anything that feels like it grooves into nice of a way. Maybe not until the bridge. I want it to feel a little bit alienating almost. You know, like a little bit like you're, lost, stranded on a desert island, all on your own. No Wilsons to keep you company. It's just you and your thoughts, and you're dreaming of, being back home for Christmas with your family and stuff and all that kind of thing. But you're not actually there. You are alone. So I think a lot of the Christmas songs have this sort of like wistful, nostalgic kind of feel to them already. And I think tapping into that just sort of like, yes, so eat, drink, and be merry and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, that wouldn't be too like emotionally honest, I guess, to like do something like that right now. So just something that's just, shamelessly like sweet, and, nostalgic without like nostalgia is nostalgia because there is something that you're looking back on, whether it was there, truly there or not, that you don't have right now. And that feeling of something is not there anymore. Right. So tapping into that feeling and sort of communicating the range of emotions surrounding this, one topic. We're using a familiar subject with this song and this melody. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I like to think about. Which is, it's fun to think about, and then actually putting into practice, that's the part that makes me want to die, because you're like, I'm thinking of all these things, and I want to convey that, and I want to be able to execute it in a way that's like reasonable, and then you actually get down to it, and you're like, oh God, all those little details that I have to flesh out in order to make that big picture stuff kind of work. It's just, sometimes parts of it is fun, and parts of it are like, oh God. Anyway. Bing, boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna kind of mess with it. I'm not gonna play too I'm gonna be a little, fast and loose with the bass line. I don't want to think about it too much. Boom, boom, boom. No, not that. Boom, 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 boom. Do I want it to... Well, if it's going to land on that note, then it's going to be a rub. So... I'm just kind of messing around with it on my actual bass. No, you can't see it. Maybe you can. Can you? If you can't even hear it. You hear that? You hear the buzz? I need to change the strings. I've had this bass for like 10 years, maybe. I got it used, and I've never changed the strings. So they're a little grungy, but they still work. This is the bass I've used on every single recording I've done that has, you know, an actual bass. So, boom. I have my bass usually tuned drop D anyway, just so I have a little more range, especially for some of the stuff I do. Like if I'm writing stuff that's the guitar's in drop D, then I might as well put the bass in drop D. Meaning that the low A string gets down tuned to D. So what do we have? B flat to E flat. Is that right? Or actually change the tuning. Mike, I have to check and make sure it's actually in tune. It's actually decently in tune, maybe a little flat. Let me tune my bass real quick while you all just hang out. It's harder to tune it without an amp. Let me see if I can actually get my phone to hear it. Maybe a touch sharp. It's pretty acceptable. Oops, shit. Dropping stuff. Actually, it's just like a... It's just like a hair sharp all around, actually. Interesting. Even though I've just been letting it sit. So if you never change your strings, then they don't slip at all. That tuning stays forever. I haven't touched this in how many months? Tuning's fine. An old Ibanez GO200 or something. It's a little rattly on the inside with some electronics, and I just, one of the tone pots comes right off. But you know, it's fine. It works. Why has this one always been so loose? I don't know. So, boo boo. I feel like bass lines are like one of my weak points. I always really appreciate a super cool bass line, and I've maybe written a couple. I think my favorite bass line that I've done is actually in the arrangement of Peace and Love from Steven Universe that I play at the start of every stream. Is like it's like boom bap boom bap boom boom bap boom 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 bap boom bap boom boom bap boom boom bap boom bap boom bap boom boom bap boom boom bap boom bap boom bap boom. Boom bap boom bap boom boom bap boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. I think that's it. Boom bap boom bap boom 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 bap boom 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 bap boom bap boom bap boom 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 bap boom 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 bap boom bap boom 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 bap boom boom bap boom boom bap boom bap boom boom. Something like that. I don't know. It sounded cool, but I don't know if like it comes out in the mix too well on certain systems. But I like that line. For stuff like this, though, I'm always like, what do I even do? So I might leave that for later. I might just focus on what I can do with the harmonies right now. And this will probably end up being very, very, very different. In the final. This is just me sketching stuff out. So, and even then, I wouldn't normally do all this. This is just to have something to show, you know, a visual representation of some of the things I might be thinking about. So why don't I okay. Oh wait, that's different. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? So it's tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. Something like that. Tots with their eyes all aglow. Whoops. And hard to sleep. Maybe. Yeah, why not? So what do I want? Do I want trumpets and vocals coming in the second half of the verse? Beep, 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 beep. No. What was that one? Let's see. What would that be in this key? Boo, 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 boo. No. Six, 5, 4, 3. Is that right? 6, 5, 4, 3. That'd be the C. Maybe. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe I'll put that in the bass line. Because in the other version it's like a guitar riff. So maybe if I put it in the bass line, it'll feel a little more modern and be a little bit more, underneath everything else. That's 1, 2, and triplet thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Cool. That starts in C. Probably put it up. I'll probably put it up here actually, instead of way down there. If I put it up, if I put it on the top G string, it would sound like a little thinner, like how it does in the MuseScore. But if I play it on the lower string, 10th fret of the D string, it can sound a little warmer. And then depending on how I pluck it and where, I can make it sound more double bassy. I just think having it down the octave sounds a little too, it'll be a little too muddy for me. D, 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 D. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. It's Control 3, I think, that I meant to do. What did I just undo? No. Control 3. D, rest, bum, bum, bum. Just down the scale. Beep, 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 beep. Beep. What is that? Is that Tito? No, do re. So that's E flat. E flat. Alright. Boom, boom. I'm just kind of picking up any little thing that I can get, because this is gonna look like nothing. It's gonna look like scrap right now. And I don't know how much I'm gonna use all this. It's much easier for me to just kind of do it all by rote. But this is me laying the foundation so that I have something I can look at and be like, oh, that's what I wanted to do when I'm out there, hashing it out in the old Cubase. I'm sure it's very exciting. Just watch me grunt through, trying to figure out what I want to do and what I don't. Yeah, for me, I feel like I'm a lot better writing big picture. It's not like I can't do details. It's just like, maybe it's just because I think the big picture stuff is more fun. Sometimes the details are cool. Sometimes you can get really excited about details, but usually not when I'm just like hammering out. Maybe just because I don't spend as much time in this kind of software. It doesn't like, I'm not connected to it as much. But like, you know, writing things out in fucking Notepad, I've been doing that for like a decade, you know? So this makes sense to me. And putting my ideas in here, I'm like, oh, I see how this can turn into something in here, right? I want to harmonize this in a weird way. Let me do this and this. So I want to harmonize this with a bass, but in a weird way. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste this. And I'm just going to change all the notes. Let's try that. Oh, actually, I wanted to surround the, I want to land on the, E flat as well. But I want to approach it chromatically. So this is my target. So I'm going to actually start down here. Actually, what if I start here? G and D. Which E flat am I landing on? This one? Boo 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 boo. Is that weird enough? It's not very hard to play. Starts with a G, B, G, G, F. C flat. Then oops. How's that? What if I did it's C natural. Ooh. Ooh. What about that? That too spicy? I don't know. I can always change it later, but I'll get the gist of what I'm looking for. Just something that sounds kind of weird. If I really wanted to get in the weeds, I could like try to imply a chord on each of these 16th notes and harmonize it that way. No, fuck it. Why don't I do that? That'll be a fun exercise. I actually did that at the top. This is originally just like a C chord to take it back to F. Now I'm thinking I'm back in B flat instead of thinking in concert pitch. So this was just C, G, E, and C again, I think. Or maybe something. One of these things was like a 7th or 9th or something. But I was like, how about sharp 11 flat 13? And then it sounded much cooler. I got the 7 right there. So I did that. It sounded a little cooler. Because trumpets you can put them pretty close. I think it works. The hard thing is doing it in the DAW by yourself. And I'm actually going to do a video illustrating about how to record multiple parts with the same person and how to make it sound not lame, which it usually does if people don't layer correctly, basically. So I want to do something about that. So let's say, okay, so we got B flat. Let's say like raised like 4th. So it's E natural. That'd be crazy. E natural, A, C sharp, G, do D flat, D flat, which is the same exact thing. Nah, I don't want to do that. How about G, let's do B flat. I'm missing the key. What am I doing? B flat. That sounds too like. I don't know. I don't know. Don't forget all that. Let's just have what we had there before. And then I can change it later. Let's see. Sounds like fucking like soundtrack of Doom or something. The video game. I think I'm gonna let those blanks get filled in. What I'm thinking of doing is sort of outlining chords with the trumpets, so I can sort of start defining a little bit of harmony. Let me think. What am I hearing? Actually, it's already been an hour. My plan was to try and do this stream for 2 or 3 and just take little breaks every now and again. So I might actually do the first break right about now. So I think I'm gonna step away for like 5 minutes, and then think about this a little bit, or think about something else entirely. Come back, work on it for another 45, do the same thing, and we'll see where we're at. Yeah, I'll be back. Let me cue up some music for y'all.
from the pros by bleeding lit. Run get to the pearls by seeing spit. Give hope to the kind that had no control. I scope with the blind and the won't patrol. Live rope to the binds to contain your soul. Tied open to the minds that maintain it. Oh, lies strip you back to reality. Something never leave if you believe in totality. Just another slice on the sleeve of morality. Mentality grieves, keep the price of mentality. Vitality, do or die. Wanted to buy another piece of the pie. Puzzle in peace as I reach for the sky. Never release dreams to fly. I coexist in a vacuum, or resist if it has room. They won't ask you to persist in a past you. Let us pass through, or subsist in a cashew. But the cash flow that is rarer than diamonds at the bottom of a sea flow, or at least it's hard to see. Last arrow spoke to no MC. God is your family, not just your fantasy. Fairy tale calamity, very well a vanity. Bred from the ovary, fed from the memory, led through the galaxy, infinite to you and me. Dust, red knife at the end of a world of rust. Stay bright cause my comedy I groove to bust. Insight and a pedagogy made to bust. Conceive every parable the custom read. Believe every soul that we still keep. Relieve by the penance that you put to sleep. This dream we remember by the ones we meet. I made the roles and a major loss too. Never ever been down and now. Though Pepe Taylor's song without you, I doubt you. Drowning it down like a sad song for this whole attitude. Aptitude happened to hinge. I create tragedy between scene and other scene. Last spent wondering if thunder and mountain times to stop the drops to rocks, hop, sock, the knocks, the cop spots. We can strive through more than fogs, but lives times promises mine. And it's no surprise that I promise some eyes is a lie. Does not take death to die. Last remnant of fire, worldly desire, snuff the eye, or raise the pie. But one cannot testify that love does not intensify. That blood is hot if you arrive. That flood will let the new arise. Failure to communicate is what defines this mental state. An apathetic, hectic slate, exasperated human race.
promise of a life to be loved. The warm and light that wraps me in temporal bliss and the transcendental comfort from above. I wouldn't mind to hold that energy inside of me, a dream to be as giving or as bright. The held the close, the fire consumes the burning that I feel from here is all the reassuring I need to know that I'm alive. I'm alive. Family is just a million pieces of me, a fabrication of a branch of all that ceases to be. We're second we are, but time is just borrowed from the black indifference. Memories is close to infinity as we can observe and declare it makes sense. The world's in the web and I'm just trying to stay connected. The wisdom tells me that through severing all my discomfort just might be prevented. Oh, what I've tried, but in the end all I can say is I'm alive. And it feels like nothing.
Oh no. A little extra long. My bad. I had to hit the Yola train. Grab some stroopwafels. I'm just gonna take a second. Whoops. do some trumpet chord things. Third. I don't want to do the. Oops. Should I think we have? Oh, these are second apart. Should I do this one? If that's the case, then I'm gonna probably make this. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Make this corner. It's kind of fall in my ear. Just like a little extra melody on the top. Not really on the top, like in the back, but you know. And then I'll fill it in with some of the other trumpet parts. Probably just do 3 part instead of 4 for this. Land on that C again. Da-da-dee. That work? It'll basically be like the same thing I did in the beginning. Except I'll go up instead of down. think that basically works. This will be a little more, some slides and glisses and stuff like that, and some places for breaths. Again, this is something where, because I'm recording everything, I don't put it all on the page, because if I know what I want, I'll just do it. And I don't expect anyone else to play this. Is that too... Is that what I want in the first part, or do I want something else? Do I want like E flat, A, and then G, and then have that down here? I don't know. Is that what I want? No, that sounds like shit. No. Yeah. That actually kind of works, huh? Should go up. So they're going to be parallel and then contrary. No, that sucks. Do I want this to be the same as this? Would I prefer it down here? That kind of sucks. So might work. I might be able to do. That's too much. That's way too close. Too close to the top, anyway. Anyway, we'll sort this out in a second. I'm just gonna delete these. I don't like it. This is okay down here. Go away. Go away. Stop it. There we go. Okay. Oh, what's the 6? It's D, right? Should probably do this, huh? Sounds kind of weird. Is that too weird? We got here E flat against maybe a little too tight. Do re. That sounds dumb. I'm just, just throwing spaghetti at the wall. When you don't, that's the thing, I guess, if I learn anything from the October, is you just roll with it. And you could always just change it later. Is that it's easier, like, if you're sitting here staring at like a blank canvas, you're like, oh God, what do I do? But if you see something that's kind of worked on, kind of filled out, and you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like that, and then change it and change it. I think that usually ends up being easier than just trying to fill an empty space. So I think there's a part of the creative process where there are parts where you're like, man, this idea is great. I'm a genius. This is awesome. And there are parts where like, wow, this really sucks. I can't think of anything. And you sort of have to it's not that you treat them the same way. It's I mean, you don't want to like burn yourself out and wreck yourself, but me, I'm just chilling. I'm eating a stroopwafel. I'm on stream, hanging out. I'm just putting shit on a page, It's not really a big deal. Because I know I'm like, I got to get some stuff down. I haven't put as much in this week as I wanted to, so it's like let's just get it all out there. And we'll try to try and realize a little bit more of this thing. So why don't this is nothing, but I want to listen to it anyway, just to give myself something. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's fine. Tiny tots, their eyes all aglow. I find it hard to sleep tonight. I think I want this to be a little less active. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. Every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. I don't know how This is the part I always forget exactly how it goes. I think I feel like I don't want it to be this like contrapuntal, you know. If it's two parts, this works. I'm gonna leave this as it is for now, and I'll figure this out next time if I want to do, because do I want to just like block chords in the trumpets and then maybe have some sort of like vocal harmony stuff going on with this actual lyrics, or do I want this like, sometimes like the Muse score, you know, gives you the playback and you can hear what it's going to sound like and stuff like that, but you don't really know what it's going to sound like in you know, coming out the speakers at the end. So it's like I tried this and the way I recorded it doesn't sound very good. Obviously I know what I can do to make it sound better, but sometimes, you know, the way it sounds on here is not going to be the way it sounds when you put it all together with you know, real instruments and whatnot, various other things. It's not going to sound like this because you're not using these sounds. But like I said, just getting it out there, putting it down, that is sort of the goal right now. So let's see. I've been going for like just taking a quick peek at the stream, see how it's going. Let's see. So we're basically up to here. We've just kind of loosely, you know, plugged in. These are ideas. These are not completed lines, melodies, or anything like that. These are little suggestions. This is like big picture, like super big picture stuff, talking about like the feel and the form and some of the little like transitions and techniques I want to do, sort of the abstract. Here's some gestures and you know, things I can maybe utilize the shape of this line, the contour of this line, this basic idea of these two parts, and then just change it up. Just kind of going one layer of depth deeper into it. We haven't really gotten to like the nitty gritty of the details. Usually I save that for the final, you know, when I'm actually recording stuff, because I like, it allows me to be a little more spontaneous. But having the same thing, like I said, where if you're just staring at a blank score and you're like, I don't know what to do, staring at a blank, you know, and there's nothing here, you know, you can get the same feeling. So the more you are equipped going into whatever your step of the process you're going into, the better time you're going to have, because you're going to feel less like, oh, I have nothing to work with. You're giving yourself some options, even if you're not going to use them all, or you're going to change it drastically. And sometimes you do things you don't expect and you like it. Sometimes you do things you don't expect and you don't like it, but maybe you can use that idea later or change it. Like this little thing is kind of cool. And this could be kind of cool. And then there's going to be possibly guitar going through this, right? So there'll be another layer. The turnaround into the second iteration of the first verse, the instrumental solo kind of thing. Just whatever chords I end up using, I'm just going to do it again. So it's actually going to be slightly more subdued than this second half of the first verse, when like all the instruments come in, just to give more space. And then building into this bridge, it kind of depends. Boo da ba doo da dow. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I'm gonna throw out some ideas for this thing, and then I'll probably call it. So I know this is basically what I'm looking for. One, boom, boo-way-oh. So that would be octave Fs. Whoops. I don't know why that's like that. Whoops, not that high. Also, why does it keep doing that? Hopefully I'll be able to play that by the time I actually record these. There's, you know, it's not like this is totally out of my wheelhouse normally, but during quarantine just might be. So what my idea was is a boo wee da da dee da, kind of have like a cascading thing, but I do want there to be something underneath the trumpet when that happens. So I think, the other trumpets can play these eighth notes, but then they'll come in staggered entrances after that. Boo bum 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 bum. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, something like that. So I'm gonna copy this. So I'll probably do maybe like this. Roll. Rest for eighth note. Come in. Dotted quarter. Let's see. Yeah. How's that? Then I gotta decide what chord I want that chord to be. Let's see. I'll give it some space up top, and then I could do like this. Kind of cool, right? It's super simple, but what I want, or is it to sort of, this section, the bridge, kind of weird, wonky, and then sort of a classic feel when the whole band thing comes in. And I might have other, like, I can't like play, I could play other horns other than trumpet, but I just don't have them. So I might figure out some ways to get some other things underneath the trumpets to fill it out some more, to give it more body, make it feel more big bandy. So it's basically gonna come in huge after this transition. The reindeer really know how to fly. Doom, doom, Oh, why did that change? What if it's like this? Like a flugel section, boop, 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 doo, doo, and like a 2-part harmony, but doubled. So like, I just moved it. That's just too weird. It's too... No, I don't like that. Whoops. How about that? Sure. Yeah, just throwing spaghetti at the wall. That's all I'm doing. The chord sounds great though, doesn't it? See, it sounds great in MuseScore. Hopefully it'll sound great when I actually play it. A little too weird, isn't it? If I did that instead. Whoops, what the fuck? Wrong button. No, that sounds stupid. The C honestly sounds better, even though it's weird. That's so weird. Whatever. And then it'll go back to something else we'll pick up. This will probably be going back to vocal right there. Also, you can see in the copy pasted lyrics, you can see what I mean, how it when I talk about the beginning of the stream, this repeats twice. Not in my version. This will be instrumental. Then and then vocal goes back in, I think. So this will happen.
Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Bling, 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 bling. Beep, 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 beep. Actually, I guess it's been said many times, many ways. Instrumental. Instrumental. Merry Christmas to...
Let's see, what might I want that chord to be? Let's just sketch that out. To... It's the root, right? Oh, the re. So I want come on. flat, F, B flat. I could throw an A flat in there. That'd be kind of fun, right? Ooh. Yeah, that's the chord I'll use. Though it's been said many times, many ways, do 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 do, blee 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 blee, Merry Christmas. That's 8 notes. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. To you, you. Merry Christmas. Right? No. It's just like real nice, real nice and pretty. All right. Just gotta harmonize that somehow. I don't know if I can accomplish that right now. I'll try. I'll try to see if I can use something. Wait. Sorry, I was like, what's going on? Bling, 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 bling. I think I might just do this by ear when I actually end up recording it. So I'll this part will be what it is, and everything else just be whatever. And I might actually have drums going underneath that. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. So yeah, it'll start off a little distant and nostalgic. Getting a screenplay. I think, is that the same chord? Almost. One note difference. And then we have this little idea. Yeah. So we gotta have some little ideas for first verse and second half. The repeat of that should be fairly straightforward. The bridge still needs to be. I mean, I can hear basically what I want, but I don't have any like concrete like, yeah, this is definitely gonna go in there. We have some ideas for the final bit of it, which is sort of like, for me, that's the fun stuff, you know. The second half is all the fun stuff. So, like, this should be cool if I can get the other elements to come together. I just love chords like that. And this whole thing will be interesting enough. Yeah, it's all the stuff I've been thinking about. We see little sprinkles of that on the page. A lot of it will never be written down like this. A lot of it's just going to be kind of done by rote, figured out on the spot and whatnot. Everything that I'm going to do for most of the stuff for the trumpets, I'll probably want written out. It'll just be easier, especially the harder stuff like this. I don't want to like rely on memory because I don't want to keep doing takes of this. I mean, it's just a couple notes, but you don't want to do it over and over again. I've been there. Yeah, it's just, we see a lot of empty space, but I'm filling it in with my mind. And most of the time when I'm writing stuff, it doesn't leave. It goes from here to a complete thing here. So this little intermediary step is just going to help me build off of this and remember some stuff down the line. And I might actually, watch the actual stream just to sort of be like, what was I thinking about? Yeah, I want to take some time to do that and encourage people to, stay home, hang out, don't buy things, just chill. Text somebody you shouldn't text. Why not? Go crazy. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's stream. Thanks for joining and listening and watching, whatever the case may be. I'm going to continue working on this. We've got Monday, game and stream at 7. Monday evening. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep playing Bastion straight up, or maybe that I'll start playing Night in the Woods or something. Next Thursday, 3:45, should be back to this. Hopefully I'll start recording next week. I got some stuff I want to record this weekend for something else. So hopefully that'll set me up going into next week to start putting some of this down. Maybe some of this weekend I'll flesh some more of this stuff out and figure more things out. So I have more of my work cut out for me when I actually start recording. And then I want to do a little bit more. I basically want to have a little bit more involvement in terms of visual stuff, because usually I just have a static image, but I want to have a little bit of a video going too. So I'll probably give myself a week to record and then a week to put everything together, which means it should be done the 3rd week of December. So I'll probably be done the 4th week of December or something like that. But as long as I have some time to work on all that stuff, that'll be helpful, because I know I'm busy this weekend. I've got a little bit to do next weekend as well, but I've done a lot in a very short amount of time before. It's just like when it's certain things that require a little bit more detail, or just a couple different things that are not perfectly in my wheelhouse, it takes me a little more time to work those things out in a way that is satisfying for me and, does what I want. So keep an eye out for that. I'll continue doing little updates like this on stream and working through it. Usually, like, I'll work on something on stream, it'll take me like 2 hours to do just the smallest amount, and then it'll be super easy when I'm off stream, because obviously I don't have to like worry about it and I can take my time and all that stuff. Funny how that works. But anyway, that's basically gonna be the deal for the next month. And then at some point I'll have a better idea of what next year is gonna look like, whether the streams are gonna continue, how they're gonna continue, what else is gonna be going on. And I'll talk about it when I do have a better idea. But, again, until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Try and stay in and stay cozy, stay comfy, as much as you can. And I will see everybody on Monday. So, see you then.
What have we to lose by tearing down the structures that we made? We can build again with hammers fashioned from the chains we break. Once we're equaled in our dignity, true freedom can awake. Then a new world will be born. Rise up now, we fight for justice. Rise up now.